from Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. Today's game features the University of Georgia versus the University of South Carolina. Georgia will be kicking off, moving right to left. They'll be defending the north end zone to begin with here in the first quarter. Back deep to receive for South Carolina. Ira Hillary, number 1, standing in the middle, actually in the end zone. Terry Bishop and Quentin Lewis are flanking him to either side. And here is number 5, Kevin Butler, the sophomore from Stone Mountain, Georgia, who will hit it. And we are underway. Well into the end zone. Hillary fumbles it out of the back line of the end zone. Offensively, it'll be Bill Bradshaw at quarterback. Dominic Blassingame will be the fullback, and Todd Berry, number 34, is the tailback. South Carolina with a multiple offense and many different sets. The receivers, Hillary, Wade, and Corley is the tight end to start. Walsh, Dykes, Gill, Danielowski, and Russell up front. 1st and 10 at the 20. The pitch back to the tailback. Todd Berry around the right side. Here's that front line for the Bulldogs. Carver, Chumley, Lindsey, Crow, and Gilbert in that 6-2 type of effect, with Forts, Thurston, and Hogue, the rover back, along with the 2 linebackers. In the secondary, it's Harris, Flack, and Sanchez at safety. 2nd down and about 9 to go. The option is Bradshaw cuts it straight back up the middle and gets across the 25. Big play if they are to keep the drive alive on 3rd and 4. Berry and Blassingame in the backfield behind Bradshaw, and it is Berry. Berry will not make it. Now he might. Yes, he has enough for the 1st down as he spun away from one Georgia defender. We're just underway in the first quarter with no score. Berry again. Gets about 3 or 4 yards. He gained 3. It's 2nd down and 7 at the 34 of South Carolina. The draw play to Blassingame, and Blassingame goes nowhere. Tackled just about at the line of scrimmage. Into the ball game now, number 39, Carl West at running back, along with Berry. Bradshaw looking to throw, and under pressure as the screen was on, but they didn't get it set up. And Bradshaw's run out of bounds. And as Pepper said, they have about 2, maybe 2.5 yards to go. Quentin Lewis is in the backfield as they go to a power I set. And it is Lewis who carries and has the 1st down as he gets to the 45.
Have to make too much on his own there.
Pitch back to Berry on 1st and 10. Berry breaks 1 tackle. An assistant here, however, for quite some time. Bradshaw on 2nd down looking to throw, and does, and it's complete to Carl West out of the backfield. He's run out of bounds short of 1st down.
For about 6 yards.
3rd and 3.5 as Bradshaw flips it out. West cannot hold on. It's incomplete, and it'll be 4th down and about 3.5 yards. The stadium at about 5 miles an hour. Very high but very short kick coming toward the near sideline. Takes a Carolina bounce inside the 10. It'll be down to the 4-yard line. Number 82, Skip Minton in the backfield for the Bulldogs. Lastinger at quarterback with McCarthy starting at fullback, and Walker is back in. Our first chance to see Herschel at 100%. Harris, Jones, and Kay, the tight end, the receivers, McIntyre, Brown, Radloff, Weaver, and Harper. And I want to tell you, the South Carolina fans are exhorting their defense on. McIntyre carries, but McCarthy pounded it out for about 4 yards to the 9-yard line. Barry Young it is, number 38, who's in at fullback. There's Herschel's first carry. Walker cutting it back inside, very close to a 1st down. There's no score. This is the Bulldogs' first possession. Walker trying to get around the corner. Andrew Province hauls him down, and Walker drags him for a few yards out to the 20. 2nd down 5, Georgia at their own 20. Walker on the sprint draw breaks 1 tackle, but he will not get away. Hit right behind the line of scrimmage. The crowd really coming to life here on 3rd down and 5 at the Georgia 20. Lastinger for his first pass. He's going to haul it down and run. He's close, but not enough. Broadway under some pressure. A penalty marker is down as he hangs a beauty, and it bounds inside the 30, but they're going to call it back. I think the whistle actually blew before the play got underway.
Yeah, I think Georgia took a little too much time. South Carolina was getting
10-yard line. High punt. Hillary calling for the fair catch, takes it at the 44. First and 10. South Carolina at their own 44. West, the ball carrier. Carl West getting across the 45, out to about the 46.
And he plays with a great deal of pain.
Blasingame back in now as Bradshaw's going to run it straight out near midfield and into Georgia territory at the 49 as he falls forward at the 28-yard line of Georgia. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter and no score. Berry on the sprint crawl does not get away and picks up perhaps a yard. That's why they're running the draw plays, is to take advantage of that penetration and pursuit, and so far it's worked fairly well. Blasingame goes nowhere, however, as he is jammed right behind the line of scrimmage.
So this is a tough position for South Carolina.
Bradshaw so far 1 out of 2 for 4 yards passing. He's taking a very deep drop, setting up the screen to Berry. Berry has a blocker. Berry to the 20-yard line.
He's a nice young man, and as you can see, he's got a great record. He's a good kicker. He is a great competitor, and he drilled it right through the uprights.
He's now 7 out of 7, and the 37-yard field goal gives South Carolina a 3-0 lead with 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. Where South Carolina leading 3-0 kicks it off. Darrell Jones, number 17. No, it's Carney Norris, number 36, who takes it. And Norris brings it out to the 22, but a penalty marker goes down. Will give us the indication clipping against Georgia. Barry Young and Herschel Walker in the backfield, and it's Barry Young, the fullback, banging ahead with good second effort. And they are offside on the play, so it will be 1st and 5. That's for sure. He apparently has not been injured very often. 1st down and 5, Georgia. Walker fighting for yardage and may have enough for the 1st down as he's near the 20. This may be the final play of the first quarter. 2nd down, 1 inch to go. Lastinger taking advantage of it and puts one up in the air deep down the far sideline. Penalty flag goes down. The pass is complete. It is at the South Carolina 40, and the penalty marker will be against the Gamecocks.
It's a good call by Georgia. 2nd down and inches. He makes a fine throw. He faked the football to Herschel Walker.
That's the end of the first quarter from a sold-out and very noisy Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina, with the Gamecocks leading the Georgia Bulldogs at the end of one quarter, 3-0. Steve Zabriskie and Pepper Rogers as we start the second quarter. 1st and 10. Georgia at the South Carolina 40. Herschel pile driving straight ahead for at least 5 as he takes it to the 35.
Everyone goes after him.
2nd down, about 4.5 to go. Walker again. Nowhere.
You've got to turn that ball downfield.
Lastinger to pass on 3rd and 8. Incomplete. Intended for Clarence Cade. Back in safety as Broadway will hit it from just about midfield. Again, a high hanger. And it goes out of bounds. And they will mark it about the 12-yard line. Carl West, number 39, and Quentin Lewis, number 17, in the backfield behind Bradshaw. This is Lewis. On 1st and 10, Lewis picks up a yard at best, just outside their own 13. West to about the 16 for a gain of 3, and that's all. As we thought it was going to be a physical, defensive, hard-hitting football game, and it has been. A little razzle-dazzle by Carolina as they give it to Lewis on the end around. Norman with good time, good protection. A line drive shot, however. Harrell takes it at the 37. Has an opening and busts it up near midfield. Georgia 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line of South Carolina. Walker. Great penetration by the South Carolina defense.
You don't have a chance. You can't make anything. And South Carolina's putting 8 people up there on the line of scrimmage, and we got a little call here. But I think we're waiting for him to tell us, aren't we?
1st down and 5 from the 6. Walker to the 5, and that's all. Along with Andrew Province on the tackle. 2nd down, 4 yards to go from the 5. Walker looking for an opening. Nowhere. 3rd down. 4 yards to go. They can get a 1st down at the 1 without scoring. Lastinger running the option down to the 1-yard line, and he may have enough for a first down.
I think we'll see a replay.
Power I formation. Walker at the tailback. Here he goes. No. The ball inside the 1. South Carolina leading 3-0 here in the second quarter. Lastinger, touchdown, Georgia.
That's a good call. He followed the fullback in on the option. It takes some of the pressure off of Herschel.
Broadway, the punter, is holding. And Butler's kick is good. Butler, who has made 4 out of 4 on the season now, and with 7:58 remaining in the first half, Georgia has taken the lead from South Carolina as the Bulldogs lead the Gamecocks here in Columbia 7-3. Vince Dooley giving instructions to Lastinger, who went over to the sideline during the timeout. It's 7-3 Georgia. The Bulldogs trying to get some more on the board as we near the end of the first half. 2:36 remaining in the second quarter. South Carolina scored first, and Georgia came back with a touchdown from Lastinger. 1st and 10. Lastinger firing it. Complete. Touchdown to the tight end, Clarence Kay, with another super catch.
Outstanding play, but a good throw. Good throw, good catch. Bullet, he threw that football in there.
Kevin Butler's extra point is again perfect, and Georgia, with 2:31 left to play in the half, has now taken a 14-3 lead. We'll look at the touchdown one more time.
I like this throw by John Lastinger because he drills that football. He follows through. It's right on target. Kay catches the football, breaks the tackle, goes into the end zone, and it's a big, big play for the University of Georgia. And Lastinger made it because he made the key play on 3rd down, the pass, which gave him a lot of confidence to Harris.
Georgia leading 14-3 now as Butler kicks it off with 2:31 left to go, and Butler really booms this one clear over the end line because he was able to maintain his balance and get into the end zone for the score. 1st and 10 South Carolina. Berry striding to the outside and getting about 5 yards before he's knocked down.
Battling away just like Georgia did when they were behind.
2nd down and 5. West, number 39. Carl West for short yardage.
Pass really helped his confidence.
3rd down and about a foot to go. Quentin Lewis has it, and then some as he picks up 5 yards out to the 35. 1st and 10 South Carolina at their own 35. Berry, good hole, picks up about 4 as he gets near the 39. 2nd down 7, 31 seconds left in the half. Penalty flags are down as Bradshaw fires long down the near sideline. Intercepted. Tony Flack, number 8, the freshman out of Greensboro, North Carolina. South Carolina, but I think it is against Georgia. Yes, it is. Referee Thomas Thammert of the Mate. 22 seconds to go in the first half. Georgia leading 14-3. 2nd down and a yard and a half to go for South Carolina. Bradshaw to pass. And that was intercepted by Terry Hogue.
Hold the football.
That was Hogue's 3rd interception as the fullback Barry Young fumbles the football. South Carolina recovers. Back-to-back turnovers, and I think Pat Bowen, number 25. 9 seconds remaining on the clock here in the second quarter. 14-3, Georgia leading. And a 56-yard attempt by Fleetwood. Line drive way short and low. Never had a chance as he hit the ball up high. You saw the clock. 3 seconds remaining. Georgia now will run the clock out as Young takes it and fumbles the football again. 1 second remaining on the clock. South Carolina has it. Here goes Fleetwood's kick. This time he gets it up. It's good.
They made it. That was a great kick. I said they shouldn't try it. I was wrong. You made this one. When you get 2 chances, y'all make 1 out of 2. That was a big play for South Carolina at the half.
Boy, to this record stadium crowd of 74,200 love it here in Columbia tonight as the clock runs out, and it is 14-6 Georgia as we end the first half on a rather dramatic note. John Lastinger leads him up on 1st and 10 from their own 20. He has Young and Walker in the backfield behind him. Herschel carrying the football, looking for an opening. Andrew Coffins grabs him around the shoulder pads along with number 98. It's 2nd down and 6. Georgia at their own 24. McCarthy, the ball carrier, but a penalty marker is down at the line of scrimmage. McCarthy and Walker in the backfield behind Lastinger on 1st and 10, Georgia from their own 30. Walker. Good blocking, and Herschel still going, has a first down. As he gets near the 41, a penalty marker is thrown.
It was number 27, Finney, and it was definitely a late hit.
14-6, Georgia leading. 1st and 10, Bulldogs at the South Carolina 45. Walker looking for an opening. Ball down by number 82, Skip Minton.
18 rushes, 51 yards.
Georgia now on 2nd down and 7. Walker again. Good hole. Walker in the open field. Has the first down and is finally collared out of bounds at the 30-yard line, but picks up 15 big yards. Georgia at the 30-yard line of South Carolina. 13 minutes to go in the third quarter. McCarthy gets about 6 before he's hauled down to 2nd down. About 4.5 yards to go inside the 25 of South Carolina. Walker with another good hole. Trying to get to the outside, gets a good block. Breaks a tackle and is bumped out of bounds near the 10-yard line. And 40 yards in his last 3 carries. 1st and 10 from the 11. Walker again. Cutting back. Still on his feet. Driving. Touchdown.
That looked like Herschel Walker. That was a fine run. Coach Dooley looks happy there.
Jim Broadway, the holder. And again, it's good. 12 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Georgia has now jumped out to a 21-6 lead over South Carolina. 5 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Georgia leading South Carolina 21-6. 4th down and about 13.5 yards to go. It's on to punt for South Carolina. He'll hit it from just inside midfield. High kick heading for the far corner and into the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10, Georgia at their own 20. 5:24 to go in the third period. The Bulldogs lead the Gamecocks 21-6. Herschel Walker dragging a tackler across the line of scrimmage. McCarthy and Walker in the backfield behind Lastinger on 2nd down and 6. McCarthy straight ahead and near the first down yardage as he gets it. Herschel Walker tripped up in the backfield and held for no gain, but a penalty flag. But we'll have to see what the infraction is. Offside is called against South Carolina. Well, the artificial turf tends to make it a little warmer too because it holds the heat of the day longer. 1st and 5. On the reverse, number 28, Melvin Simmons trying to get outside, picks up only a couple. 2nd down, about 2.5 to go. Walker. Fumble! South Carolina picks it up at the 35. Bryant Gillard, number 20, recovered the fumble following the turnover. Bradshaw with good protection. Nobody to throw to, though. Finally, he fires it over the middle and complete to Chris Wade. And Wade is hauled down inside the 25. Bill Bradshaw, the sophomore from Spartanburg, South Carolina, who's completed 56% of his passes so far this year. The pitch back to Quentin Lewis. Lewis has a good hole and gets it inside the 20. Down near the 17 with his 2nd down and 7. Bradshaw. Good protection into the end zone. Incomplete, intended for Ira Hillary, and a great defensive play. And the Bulldogs lead the Gamecocks 21-6 with 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Stoppage of play.
They looked like they were going to blitz. South Carolina had an automatic where
Bradshaw with good protection. Now he's under pressure. Still looking into the end zone. Can't find anyone open, and he's hauled down at the 23 at the line of scrimmage by Stan Dooley.
And what they did for this particular ball game, they took Freddie Gilbert and moved him from the position that Dooley's playing now. Well, we can't see it.
No, they faked the field goal attempt and snapped the ball and tried to run with it. They only gained a couple of yards, if anything. 1st and 10, Georgia from their own 20-yard line, leading 21-6 as we near the end of the third quarter. Lastinger firing and completing it to number 20, Kevin Harris, and Harris has enough for the first down as he gets across the 30. 1st First and 10 from the 31. Carney Norris with his first carry of the night. Breaks a tackle, has a first down. Down the sidelines, is still motoring, but finally runs out of sideline. Andrew Province, number 70.
Norris looked good on that power sweep. Good blocking.
That's the time remaining in the third quarter. First and 10, Georgia. The fullback, Young, spinning off one tackler. And a clip will be called against Georgia, as where it will be second down and 21 yards to go. Lastinger to pass. Flips it out, intended for Carney Norris, and incomplete. As you see, third down and 21 from just outside the Georgia 35. Firing it downfield and incomplete and out of bounds. Standing around his own 25. Broadway just does get it away. It's an end-over-end line driver, and Hillary takes the fair catch, but bobbles it. Bradshaw pitching back to Berry, who cuts back against the grain, tries to get outside, and runs out of bounds as he gets across the 40-yard line. Really about a half yard to go here on second down. And a little razzle-dazzle. And now Bradshaw's going to run. He has the first down and gets out of bounds near midfield. Short of midfield. 3 seconds remaining on the clock. This should be the last play of the third quarter. Berry gets a good block. Makes a nice move and gets into Georgia territory inside the Georgia 45. But that's the end of the third quarter here at Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. Sold out, jam-packed, and making noise. As with 15 minutes left to play, Georgia leads South Carolina 21-6. Young driving outside the 30 and getting to about the 35. From the Georgia 35. Young again driving straight ahead and has enough for the first down. As he 21-6, Georgia leading with 12:06 to play in the football game. First and 10, Georgia from their own 40-yard line. Walker breaking a tackle, making a great move and getting into South Carolina territory. Herschel's got another 100-yard day. It is first and 10, Georgia at the 48 of South Carolina. Young going straight ahead and picking up 2 to the 46. Second down, 8 yards to go. Lastinger looking to throw on the sprint out. Has it complete to Chuck Jones, the senior split end from Valdosta. 11:05 left in the ball game. Georgia driving, leading 21-6. Walker getting to the outside, crumbles, and the ball is picked out of midair by number 63, Mike Weaver. And that ball was hit by a helmet. That's why it came out. Barry Young straight ahead.
Georgia had already scored a coup by signing Barry Young before they signed Herschel.
Third down, about 1.5 yards to go. Penalty marker down, and I think Georgia jumped off sides. Illegal procedure against Georgia, and a dead ball foul offsides against South Carolina. 9 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. 3rd and 1, Georgia. From the 29 of South Carolina, Walker has enough for the first down as he bangs off one tackler. And first and 10, Georgia at the South Carolina 31. Walker running over the umpire and a few South Carolina defenders as he gets it inside the 15-yard line. As they have the ball at the 13 of South Carolina, leading 21-6 and threatening to extend that lead. Walker trying to get to the outside. He's got lots of company. 25, Pat Bowen, the free safety. They mark it right at the line of scrimmage. As you see, second down and 10. Walker on the delay inside the 10 and down near the 5-yard line.
Pressure on them.
Second down and 3 from the 6-yard line in the power I formation. Lastinger faking to Walker, throwing in the end zone. Touchdown. Clarence Kay was all alone as the fake worked beautifully, and it is now 27-6 Georgia. Of the night. No good. And Butler misses his first extra point of the season. Up until that point, he was 6 out of 6. 7 minutes and 36 seconds remaining to play in the football game. Georgia has gone out in front of South Carolina 27-6. South Carolina 3rd and 10 at their own 34. Beckham again with good protection. And it's complete to number 2, Chris Wade, who just did get the football.
Laid it right in there. Wade makes a good catch.
Beckham throwing back on the screen to Berry on 1st and 10. Berry with not much blocking help dances around and finally gets out of bounds. A penalty marker will go down for a late hit.
That was probably a late hit.
as they have a 1st and 10 at the Georgia 30 after the penalty. Beckham with all day to throw. Lofting one long. Incomplete to Ira Hillary. Great catch at the 5-yard line. With 5:52 remaining in the football game. 1st and goal, South Carolina at the Georgia 5. Beckham, incomplete, intended for Quentin Lewis. 2nd down and goal from the 5-yard line for South Carolina. Beckham throwing into the end zone. Touchdown, Lewis.
Well, Coleman got beat that time. We said something nice about him, and he made a play fake inside, and Lewis caught the ball coming out of the backfield.
The extra point to come, and South Carolina going for 2. On the rollout again, Beckham completes the pass to Wade, but he's short of the goal line. The score remains Georgia 27 and South Carolina 12. 3 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in the game. 4th down, 4 yards to go. South Carolina running out of time, but a 1st down to Quentin Lewis. Beckham under pressure, completes it to Corley, and Corley's bumped out of bounds. 3:04 left to go in the game. It's raining as Beckham drops back, firing over the middle, complete. This time Wade has it, and Wade touchdown.
They're back in the maybe not back in the game, but they're certainly a lot closer than they were. And that field goal that they missed, didn't go for early in the ball game, as you mentioned, might be a key play.
South Carolina going for 2. Beckham firing in the end zone, incomplete. It was intended for Ira Hillary, but it was thrown too tall. Whether or not it is too little too late remains to be seen. Well, as we lost power and were away for a moment, Tron Jackson took it in from the 3-yard line for Georgia. Butler made the extra point to give Georgia a 34-18 lead with just 16 seconds left to play in the football game. Ira Hillary, number 1, is back there, but again it goes clear over the end line. The Gamecocks' last gasp from their own 20-yard line. Beckham with all day to throw as Georgia has the prevent defense, and Terry Hogue intercepts for Georgia. Hogue, the rover back, running around, running as much off the clock as he can, and steps out of bounds with 4 seconds remaining. And into the ball game now is at quarterback for Georgia, number 15, Todd Williams. And that's the final play as Georgia runs out the clock. Williams gets to take at least 1 snap from center.
Well, he's getting some experience.
And Georgia has defeated South Carolina here in Columbia 34-18. Vince Dooley and Richard Bell meeting each other at the center of the field. The Bulldogs now 3-0 on the year, and South Carolina evens their record at 2-2. Georgia winning it 34-18.